what we're looking at here is one of these planets, one of these exoplanets, we call them, so it's around another star. And this planet passes in front of the star that it's orbiting. And as it passes in front, it blocks a little bit of the starlight. So in other words, the light from that star is shining through the atmosphere of this planet. And so we take a spectrum, and what the spectrum basically, you basically can compare the spectrum of the star by itself and then compare that to the spectrum of the star with the planet in front of it, and you subtract the two. And that gives you the spectrum of the atmosphere of this planet. So when you look at the spectrum, we call it the composition, basically the chemical composition of the atmosphere of this planet that the light is passing through. And it's much the same as at sunset. When you look at the sun as it's setting on the horizon, you see that it's not white or yellow anymore, sort of a reddish color. And that's because the atmosphere is absorbing certain bands from the sun. And it's the same kind of thing here. The atmosphere from this planet is absorbing, in certain bands, it's absorbing the light from that star. So in particular, the bands you see here are from water vapor. So it's a kind of steam. The planet is very hot, actually. The atmosphere is about 1,000 degrees. So it's not like our Earth atmosphere. It's a lot hotter. It's a lot closer to its star. But what you're seeing here is these water molecules, so basically kind of steam, hot water molecules, about 1,000 degrees, and they're in the atmosphere of this planet. And as the light passes through the atmosphere, these steam molecules, these water molecules, absorb the light. So you see these dips in the spectrum that correspond to different molecular bands, basically, of these water molecules that are absorbing the light. And the fantastic result from Webb is that it's so easy to see these. I mean, this is a very difficult, very challenging observation to make. Again, it's a bit like with the deep field. I mean, the deep field, even with Hubble, it takes hundreds of hours to make that kind of deep field, and we don't even get that level of detail. Here, Webb manages to achieve that same kind of deep field in sort of 2 hours per filter, maybe a total of 12 hours depth.